Greetings, dear ladies. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service. It is an uncomfortable time for my partner, for he has to step away. And what is discussed is not for him to remember. There is no secrets here. But again, I tell you that this process is for you. It's a feminine energy. Don't be fooled by the male voice. My partner is not here. He is not remembering this. This is for this group. Indeed, it is recorded and will be heard later. This is a reunion. The one who leads the group is Meliha. And it is a reunion for her. It has the feeling of a camaraderie between those who have a very soft consciousness, many of whom are mothers. You know your gender is the one that is connected first to spirit. This is always the way it was. And we have told you this. And it makes sense. There are some things that are not predestined, but which are ordained. And the difference is that when the time is right, it's right. I told the group in this room about what happened on this land when you matched the node and the null. Indeed, this was part of the Lemurian experience. It was past that which you call Lemuria, but it continued the traditions for a very long time. And here you were on another island or group of islands all that time ago. Meliha never came here. She stayed. And her existence was on the original Lemuria until her last breath. This is a reunion for her. This channel and the one before in this scope of sisterhood are the first channels in New Zealand. Meliha has brought that here and made that possible. It's a reunion not only of those who came all that time ago with her, but it's a reunion of her with her. She has spent the last week doing very little, actually, but gazing upon the waters and remembering and celebrating. And there have been some goodbyes that she has said that she's not discussed with you yet. This reunion is a beginning for her. It is a beginning for the sisterhood. It is a completion at the same time. For you, those few who are gathered here in this pristine place, it's almost like a meal is being served. And the meal that has been cooked for centuries is now ready for you to partake of. In it really truly is of an awareness of who you are. Again, not all of you were part of the Lemurian experience, but all of you are part of the consciousness. And it rings with you. You might say, what am I to do with this? What is it about? Think of it as a reunion with a higher consciousness that used to be in this land. One that you can now partake of because you're in this land. It doesn't matter if you've always been here. It's a new beginning. It's a paradigm shifter, if you wish it to be. And the node and the null, which have been hooked up, Start to engage in a way that will be harmonious to all that you wish to do. The very act of coming together and celebrating, the celebrating this particular sisterhood, starts an energy here that has not yet been here for so many years. So many years. I'll tell you something extremely controversial. I'm hesitant. You may take it wrong. The sisterhood was here for a long time. And we told you through the ages that things took place on the planet. That gradually that particular sisterhood idea went underground. It could not be sustained with what was happening on the planet. You know history. You've seen how it turned around, seemingly. And now you are having a reunion to perhaps honor the way it was and to resume part of the responsibility of the spiritual leadership of civilization. Now I want to tell you something. If you connect the dots, old souls, all of you, have been both genders. And we don't speak of this very often. If you have been alive for thousands of lifetimes, and if you were part of the original group, or even the consciousness on any continent, what happens in your Akash when you come back as a man? Do you remember any of it? The Akash remembers the things that are important for the Akash to remember. Think of the Akash's awakening in Meliha. She has been many genders as well. And so have you. Male, female, male, female. What happens to a profound group of women who for centuries have carried the torch of enlightenment for this planet? What happens when you change genders? Does it go away because you're no longer a woman? The Akash is alive with awakening. The awakening part of the Akash is the old soul part. So what happens to groups of women who then become men? And I will tell you, they become Masons. The Masonic movement came right out of the sisterhood. That is controversial. If you take a look at what they held as secrets, you will find the metaphysics that you separate from the physics of today. So many secrets that they carry belong to the sisters. And so now you see the reunion. It's with all humanity. The sisterhood is really part of all humanity, not just the feminine. But dear ones, this is a reunion on this pristine land of you, of Meliha, of the consciousness that you started that has lasted all the way through humanism to this very day. It never went away. It simply changed and morphed. Now this reunion is time to rekindle many things for you to the way they were originally, when things were simpler, and they can be again. This is the message of the day, the profundity of what you've done, of who you are, and what is possible from now. Meliha has invited you to drop the things that keep you from your awareness and your beauty and your joy. That's what Kryon says. That is the reunion. a reunion with self, and remembrance of joy. Let this meeting begin. And so it is.